What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for watching Movie Show Plus. Thank you for tuning into this episode. I'm Tom Santilli, film critic. My co-host, Greg Russell, is not here with me, as you can tell, but he will be along later in the episode to bring you some cool interviews on the show today. We have Tom Holland coming up in a movie called Cherry for Apple TV Plus. He also interviews the cast of The United States versus Billie Holiday, which is on Hulu. And he also has the stars of a new Netflix film called MOXIE. So stick around for those interviews. I have some film reviews coming up on the show as well. Movies like Coming to America, as well as Raya and the Last Dragon from Disney. But I wanted to start off the show by letting you know we got some breaking news in a couple areas. But first of all, I want to let you know that movie theaters are reopening in Michigan at 50% as of today, the day that we are doing this, March 5th. Movie theaters will be able to have 50% capacity. So we are slowly getting back to what we would hopefully call normal. And with that, though, I hope that I eventually can see a lot of you at the movie theater. On that note, on March 18th coming up, I will be hosting Secret Cinema at the Maple Theater. So if you have your vaccine or if you just feel comfortable enough to come out, it is all obviously socially distanced and following all the rules at the Maple, which is one of my favorite local theaters. But I will be hosting the Secret Cinema. What is Secret Cinema? Well, you show up and you don't know what movie we're watching until it starts playing. But I got a good one picked. It's going to be really good. And it's on Thursday, March 18th. And I hope to see you there. The other news, though, is the organization that I'm a part of, the Detroit Film Critics Society, has just released our nominations for 2020/2021. As you know, it's a bit of a different year for movies. Our awards are typically in December for this group, but we moved them into March. And along with that, we extended the eligibility window for movies released through February. But our nominees are now out, and here they are. So, of course, these are just the nominees. The winners are going to be announced on Monday, March 8th. That's Monday, March 8th in the morning on Twitter. You can follow the official Detroit Film Critics Society Twitter page, which is at DET Film. And we'll be live tweeting out the winners sometime on Monday morning. And, of course, follow me at Tom Santilli. And you'll get updated as well on some of the winners and other things going on. But hopefully you guys, like our nominees. And if you don't, well, I'm sure I'll hear from you. So also, one last thing is this weekend on Sunday night, if you're watching this on WADL, you can tune in later on the CW for the Critics' Choice Awards. Me and Greg Russell are also a part of the Critics' Choice Awards. And we have our live awards ceremony, live virtual kind of a thing, hosted by Tay Diggs. And our awards also come out tonight, of course. So that will be big news as well. And I hope that you watch the Critics' Choice Awards on the CW Sunday night. So all of that stuff out of the way. We are looking forward to the summer. We are starting to ramp up again with movies, like I mentioned. And we would love, love, love for you to spread the word about Movie Show Plus. Tell your friends, tell your family. follow us on social media, sign up for our free e-newsletter, which is on our website, movieshowplus.com. And you can, as theaters reopen, we're going to be getting back into getting like free tickets and things like that. So by being a part of our newsletter, you can get offers for free tickets throughout the summer, as well as some other swag. Stay tuned also for some very cool, important news about our show. As we move into the summer, we have a lot of great, awesome, fun things planned as we are not going anywhere. That's the plan anyway. So thanks, everybody. We got a great show for you today, so let's just get at it. Here we go.
I'm 23 years old, and sometimes I wonder if life was wasted on me. I take all the beautiful things to heart till I about die from it. If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing... Hey, I'm really happy you're here.
Why is that?
Because I like you. But there never seems to be enough time to do. You're it for me.
I feel the same way.
I joined the army.
Why would you do that?
Sometimes I feel like I've already seen everything that's gonna happen.
Well, interesting movie, Tom. I mean, I just got to say that when you see this guy, it's like he starts out getting in trouble, starts out getting in more trouble. When you finally look at it and think, he can't take it any worse, but he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he absolutely does. Yeah, it only gets worse before it gets better in this film.
And, you know, this had to be kind of almost like a hard one, because, I mean, you could tell that you really put yourself into this. I mean, this guy just had so many things going on, but there was another demon that just kept pulling him in.
Yeah, I think so. And finding that demon was the most important part of building this character. And you know, that's where all the research came in so handy, and making sure that I was as well prepared to bring this guy to life as possible.
Yep. And then, you know, even when you think about the story, he meets a very nice young lady. You're thinking, okay, you know, what happens? A lot of times the guy's kind of like got a wild side, but he meets somebody nice who's a school teacher. Yeah. He's going to follow that route, but instead he pulls her in with him.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's very sad to watch, especially if you know what the film's about and you know that the future of what they're going through. You're sort of looking at her sort of screaming, saying, please don't, please don't. But you know, it is the ugly truth of the story. And yeah.
Right. And then even his friends, I mean, you just kind of like, when they all got together, it was almost like not a good idea was coming out of anybody about anything.
No, I think it's safe to say that his friends are slightly dysfunctional as a group of people. They are not the most, they're not the brightest bunch. But I think, you know, a lot of those characters there, you know, were driven from some of the friends that the Russos had as kids. I think, so, you know, it's very, very authentic to Cleveland and at that time.
And I was going to say, just have to ask, what was it like working with both the Russo brothers?
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. You know, I've worked with them time and time again. I really look up to them. I really admire them. They're great friends of mine. And, you know, I was just really honored that they gave me the opportunity to take on this role. So, you know, I definitely am still in debt to them. I'll have to figure out how to repay them one day. But no, I'm a big fan of theirs.
Well, fantastic. Tom, always a pleasure seeing you. Thank you so much. Great performance, and look forward to talking to you again very soon.
Thank you, Greg. See you soon.
All righty. Bye-bye.
What you saw in her that made you say, yes, this is what I came here for. Sometimes I feel like I've already seen everything that's gonna happen, and it's a nightmare.
Don't you know who this is? She was thinking of something more special.
I'm downright flashy, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Miss Billie Holiday.
Reporters keep asking me, Billie, why you do the things you do? This is what I tell them. We love you.
NAACP says Billie Holiday is the voice of our people.
I think we should integrate the audience for this show. Let's change it up a little bit. You know, blacks and whites sitting together.
You knew what you were getting yourself into when you decided to come on the road.
Get out my goddamn clothes.
I'm gonna take everything except your bra and your pants.
Yeah, my character, Miss Freddie, you know, Miss Freddie was a very out loud and outspoken individual. Very free-spirited, very honest, you know. But on a deeper level, Miss Freddie was very loyal to Billie. Miss Freddie, you know, was a part of the family, a part of Rosalind, a part of Billie. You know, we are literally three of the same. So Miss Freddie was just a little more loud than the rest.
The part where the FBI was going after her, I'm going to put this to you, Divine, all because of a song.
Yeah.
Because the thought of this might incite people to do something.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was a protest song, you know, so it was important that, you know, we made clear just how much. I don't think people knew. I think within our community we know, but I don't think people knew just how much that affected and made a difference with things. Yeah, that song was probably our first protest song, our first freedom fighter songs in history, and it still has a lasting echoing effect. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Tremonti, I'm going to start with you. Your character, we're introduced to him thinking that it's one thing, and then we find out later it's another thing. Tell us a little bit about his journey.
You know, his journey is an interesting one because of, you know, it's what you said. So having the opportunity as an actor to kind of go on this roller coaster of not just emotions, but I guess portrayal is kind of it was everything that I could want, I guess, everything that I could ask for as an experience.
Here you are, you play a member of the band, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember the exact words, but you had one of my favorite lines from any of us who've ever worked in a band or did music. And it's like, so much for all the talking, where's my money?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more expletives in that in the actual movie. But yeah, you know, that's the struggle. It's the struggle of a road band, man. I've been on the road with bands before, and you know, at the end of the day, you love everybody in this room, but you got to eat.
Now, both of you play FBI agents in the movie, but both kind of like on different agendas. Because Gary, your guy kind of definitely had his own path that he wanted to follow down.
Yeah, he did. You know, he was, Harry Anslinger was the director of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics, formulated this bureau after failing at prohibition, wanted to become sort of a world-renowned czar on the war on drugs, maliciously used Billie Holiday as an example for being an addict, for being a jazz musician, which is a form of music that was too improvisational for Harry to understand or appreciate, and for singing the song Strange Fruit, which even, you know, before this film, I was unaware of, which was such a staple for the civil rights movement because of its lyrics. And he thought it stirred people the wrong way.
Your mom just had to be excited just to find out that you were going to be in a movie about Billie Holiday, just as she had been.
Yeah, I think she was excited, and I think it all became real when she got to see it, you know. I think in general, I think just being able to tell a story of such an amazing woman who I know my mom feels so close about, and letting, you know, the younger generation and everybody get an opportunity to learn about her right now is great, you know.
All right. It's one of my most prized possessions. I got it from your Aunt Rita when I was
really.
Yeah. And it's Stop in the Name of Love, signed by your mom.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I love Aunt Rita. Aunt Rita's got all the stories.
Oh, she does.
She's got all the stories.
Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees.
You think I would stop singing that song? You grandkids will be singing Strange Fruit.
How would you like to see the city of Detroit like you've never seen it before? On Russell Brothers City Tours, we take you to the places that you know, but the fun part is we take you to places that you probably don't know. Hi, I'm Greg Russell of Russell Brothers City Tours. Come on, let's get on board and take a tour of the city of Detroit. Where Russell Brothers City Tours started was actually in the winter of 2017. My wife and I and our daughter and her husband were at an event downtown Detroit. So when heading back home, I always ask, can I take the scenic route, which means just going Woodward straight north. Normally, my wife would always say, just take the freeway. But this time I think it was my holiday gift, so she said, go ahead and take your scenic route. So as we're going up Woodward, I'm pointing out certain places and certain things, what they used to be, what used to be here, what happened in certain things. And my daughter was going, Pop, you know so much about the city, why don't you just give a tour? And it made me think, you know what, that's a good idea. So I got home and I called my brother Cliff Russell, and some of you may remember Cliff. He was a guy who knew everything about the city of Detroit, was deeply involved with the community. So I called him and I told him the idea, and he said, okay, hey Greg, you put it together and I'll be there. So we were all set. We were going to do it in 2018. Well, unfortunately, in February of 2018, my brother Cliff passed away from a heart attack. And it was devastating to our family, but it made me think even more about doing this tour. And that's why it's still called Russell Brothers City Tours. It is my tribute and my honor to my brother. So when I go around town, I tell people all about the places here and even talk about some of the stuff that Cliff did in the community. People sometimes ask, what's the difference between our company as compared to other tour companies? Well, one thing that we like to do is show you stuff that we're pretty sure you probably never have seen or heard of in the city of Detroit. Also, we let you at times customize your own tour. There might be some particular things that you want to see, where we don't just say, okay, no, we're stuck to our schedule and our thing. You want to go see something, we will take you to see it. We'd love to hear from you. Just give us a call, 313-399-0683, or go to our website, Russell Brothers City Tours, or on all social media. Come on, we'd love to take you for a ride.
A Dream Limousine continues to be Metro Detroit's finest luxury transportation service. 734-542-6800. Offering late model luxury SUVs to brand new party buses that seat up to 34 passengers. 734-542-6800. Including the one-of-a-kind Escalade Stretch with the exciting jet door. Call 734-542-6800. That's 734-542-6800. A Dream Limousine.
You broke my nose!
I'll fix it.
Let's go home, Debbie.
Let Fredo take care of some Mickey Mouse nightclub somewhere. Send Fredo to pick somebody up at the airport. I'm your older brother, Mike, and I was stepped over.
That's the way Pop wanted it.
It ain't the way I wanted it.
Raya and the Last Dragon is the latest from Disney Animation Studios, and as a big fan of Disney's animated films, I'm happy to report that this is one of the good ones. Time will only tell if it becomes a Disney classic, but I think it's most definitely one of the more beautiful animated films to date, Disney or otherwise. It also tells an original story, full of fun and memorable characters with messages of acceptance, friendship, and most of all, trust. Kelly Marie Tran from Star Wars voices Raya, and Awkwafina is the lovable magical water dragon Sisu. And while her vocal performance might not quite live up to the charm, improvisation, and power of, say, Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin, whoever could. Raya and the Last Dragon strikes a balance between timeless and modern, and it's another success in the long line of animated feature films from Disney. I give Raya and the Last Dragon a B+. Coming to America is the sequel that no one asked for, and as a huge fan of the original 1988 film, I have decidedly mixed feelings about it. On one hand, I appreciate how this new film acts as a love letter to the original movie, with callback after callback and characters big and small returning, and how silly it all is. On the other hand, it's a bit of a disappointment in that it isn't nearly as funny, and that there isn't anything at all to even warrant its existence. Coming to America 2 is to Coming to America what McDowell's is to McDonald's. Tasty and digestible maybe, but still just a remix that pales in comparison and probably isn't as good as the original thing. I'm truly on the fence only because there are a few sporadic laughs, and that fans of the original might enjoy hanging out in the fictional nation of Zamunda, but you just wish that they could have done something better with it. I'm landing on a slight thumbs down, with Coming to America getting a grade of a C+. New on Hulu this weekend is a very fun, surprisingly enjoyable action film called Boss Level, starring Frank Grillo, Mel Gibson, and Naomi Watts. It joins the concept of Groundhog's Day with an action thriller, and the result is one of the more entertaining action movies I've seen in a long time. Boss Level is worth your time, and I give it a B+. Also new this weekend is Chaos Walking, the long-troubled sci-fi production from director Doug Liman, starring Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley, and a coming-of-age basketball movie from writer-director Eddie Huang called Boogie. Both of these film reviews can be found on our site. For more detailed reviews of these and other movies, please check me out on Rotten Tomatoes. You can go to the site, search the critics list to find Tom Santilli, and you can scroll through all of my recent and not-so-recent reviews. Another good way to find my stuff is to follow me on Twitter at Tom Santilli, or go to the website movieshowplus.com.
We can go anywhere, do anything. We just gotta stick together.
We underdogs have to look out for each other, right?
Underdogs! This is gonna be the best summer ever. We'll ride down every road. See the whole world together. It'll be amazing. But there's just one thing.
Whoa.
Whoa, wait! Did you see that? No one can find out.
Please don't take my sunshine away.
Where did you boys say you were from?
Hey, Mom, what do 16-year-olds care about?
When I was 16, all I cared about was smashing the patriarchy and burning it all down.
Oh, my God.
Girls constitute a revolution.
Did you hear rankings are already starting? Emma Cunningham's just gonna get ranked most bangable for the second year in a row. Kiera Pascal for best ass. Caitlin Price will take best rap. It's so nice not to be on anyone's radar. Totally.
I gotta tell you, I watched the movie last night and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the message that it was sending over. In fact, I called my 6-year-old granddaughter afterwards and I said, there's a movie you gotta watch with Grandpa. So I look forward to having her come over here and watch it with me. And just starting out, even with your characters, like with yours, Hadley, here she is. She's already been in the school, knew all these people from growing up, was always kind of like the quiet, girl. But once you get pushed, watch out. She explodes.
Yeah, I think pushed and even pulled. I think like the pushing, it comes from maybe this harassment she's seeing that's happening around her, but the pulling is coming from people like Lucy, where it's almost like she's pulling Vivian into her orbit and seeing things the way that she sees them. And it's a combination of the two. But yeah, I think it just clicks, as I think it does for most maybe girls, women, people, or that moment of, oh, I see what's going on here, and I have no choice but to do something in my own way. And I think she does do it in her own way with the help from all the people around her who are like Lucy and Claudia, who have a different perspective. Yeah.
Right. Because like with your character, Alicia, here she is, she's the new girl in school, the transfer. Normally those are the ones who have to go in and just kind of comply with everything.
Yeah.
You know, like, call me anything, fine, whatever. Your character, she didn't take anything from moment one.
No, no, she does not. Which was just such a ball and a privilege to play. She shows up as her entire self and does it with such authenticity and just a continuous energy of being this unapologetic young woman who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to speak out against injustice and say, that's misogyny, that's classism, that's elitist. And it's amazing. I think it is also a mirror to the amazing young activists now, who I think that my generation really strives to be socially and politically conscious in a beautiful way. So I love playing Lucy. Yeah, she shows up and she's like, nope, I'm not going to fit into the box that you put me in, which is really dope. So, and you know, I strive to do that in my own life. So it's been a blessing to play her.
Oh, that's great. And also I do applaud your generation for what they're doing and what they are standing up for, and don't get older and forget it. So great. This has happened with so many before, but
we'll make sure not to.
We'll
great.
stick to it.
Good.
Revolution, baby.
Hey, ladies first. Or can I say that? Or do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.